here she is. My, oh my, oh my. I don't even know. I don't know. This is just so yummy, good. Everything is, oh. And I used the real deal on here. The real papers, the real book pages. This, I didn't tear a book apart just so my book lover people don't have a fit. It fell apart, and it fell onto the floor, and I thought, ooh, yeah, yes. So I put all of this together using the real stuff. I didn't make any copies. It just felt right. It felt good. Oh, I just positively love this. So I think a lot of these pages, this page and this page are, and then there's a book page too in some of the collage. They're kind of spread out in a bunch of different collage packs. I'll try to find them. I'm not sure about the butterfly, but I know that you guys have plenty of butterflies, and there are butterflies in the other collage packs. This little gem right here, I found. I am a sucker for rusty, grungy things, and there was a whole box of stuff like this that, look, it turns, that I found, and I thought I'm going to use it, and I just kept waiting for the right time, and this was the right time. This is just so me, so my style, so everything. So I put the papers down, and then I did you know, the drips and stuff like that, and I did the drips naturally, and then I used my background stencil. I don't know what I did with it for these other drips. Oh, this one. I love this stencil because I wanted the drips in certain spots. I didn't want these letters and things to get covered up. And so it's nice to be able to have this to put down, and then you can spray it with water and be able to control it. That's why I created that. And then of course I did a wash with glazing medium on umber over the background, and then put the book page down. Now, I mean the book cover. And I used a heavy gel, a regular gel, instead of the fluid matte medium. This is a regular gel. Because the book page is so heavy and thick, this stuff will hold. So I put it down, and then I put it on the back of the book page as well. And then of course nailed it in. These are carpet tacks from Home Depot. They're so easy to use. And nailed this piece in too. Put this page down. This was from one of the very first, I think, collage packs that I've done. This page here. So, and it's the actual page, so it's so cool. And then it was feeling a little too empty, and I loved this, it's just regular, like, sewing thread. It's light enough and kind of messy, and then there's a message in there, believe it or not. And then did my letters and number stencil on the outside, and some shading. I did use some paint, just some watered down paint to kind of shade around here and to add a little bit more color there. Not much. Really trying to let the pieces show through and be the focal point. So I wanted the colors to be really subtle because there's enough going on with all of this other stuff. But there you go, and I just am so in love, and she will be for sale, I think, if I can part with her, but she'll be for sale. So this says Be True, and I have been doing a lot of shows for the season, and I'm almost done with my last show of the season, and I'm always surrounded by tons and tons of artists, and I was talking to a gal this weekend who was comparing herself to other artists or my art or that kind of thing, and it's so easy to get caught in that trap of comparison. And there's a quote, and I looked it up because it came to my mind as soon as I was talking to her, and I knew that this is something that I wanted to paint and talk about. But Theodore Roosevelt wrote, comparison is the thief of joy, and I know that you guys have heard that before. But so often we get tangled. That's what this string is for. We get tangled in this web of comparison. And it doesn't have to be if you're an artist. It could be anything. As a mom, as a business person, we can compare, women especially compare themselves a lot to other women, and we begin to think that we're not enough, and that we're not doing enough, and that we're not a good enough artist, or we're not a good enough mom. And so often with social media, life looks perfect for so many people in their blog or their videos or their whatever, and that's just not the case. Everybody's battling something. Everybody's got a story, and everybody's got a thing that we're having to deal with. And so this represents this story of being tangled, and underneath all of that is the beautiful butterfly, the beautiful you. And we need to let go of the comparison and really, really be true to who we are. And you know, you've heard that saying, be you because everybody else is taken. It's so, so true. And you can tell when somebody's comfortable in their skin and have accepted themselves for, you know, who they are. And I mean, I've got a million shortcomings and a lot of quirks and a lot of control issues and a lot of stuff. And I'm just okay. I mean, you know, we do the best we can with what we've got in the season that we're in. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Nobody's perfect. And there will be people that do better things, and you will do things better than somebody else, and that's just how it goes. But if we can come down and get quiet and really look at ourselves and be thankful for who we are, and trust that our true self is the best. That's the best version of us that we can be. Let go of the masks, let go of the stuff, and be who you are. And so this represents me. This is my story right here. I'm this rusty, grungy, book-loving paper person that sometimes gets trapped in this comparison. And somewhere in there is that butterfly, and it comes out. And you know, we go through ebbs and flows in life. I know I do, where I'm better at being myself and comfortable in my skin and all those kinds of things. And I tell you, the older I get, the more the other stuff doesn't matter. But we go through seasons where we're more comfortable and more sure of ourselves, and then you know, we question and do all of those things, and that's natural. But to constantly get caught in that cycle of being caught and not being your true self is very, very dangerous, and it could cause depression and a whole lot of things, and it steals our joy. And that's our, you know, the focus is to be grateful and joyful in all that we do in our day, in our work, in our whatever. So my loves, as this is my story, your story is probably different, but I just want to encourage you to be true to who you are, because it's so amazing to be in the presence of someone who's really comfortable with who they are. Not perfect by any means, but just okay and grateful for who they are. So take some time today to take stock of all of the wonderful, wonderful things that are you today. I hope your Sunday is awesome. I hope that you always, always know that you are loved.